In year 1887, on the month of October, he began writing it in Calamba by practicing medicine. He made changes in the plot and revised the chapter already written on 1888. He wrote more chapters in Paris, Madrid, and Biarritz. On March 29, 1891, when he finished the manuscript in Biarritz after 3 years, he moved from Brussels to Ghent, where printing cost cheaper. And finally, Il Filibusterismo came off the press on 18th of September 1891.
On the 5th of July in 1891, José Rizal left Brussels for Ghent for the following reasons. The reasons being the cost of living was lower and the cost of printing in Ghent was cheaper than in Brussels. He also wanted to escape the enticing attraction of Petite Suzanne. Owing to his limited funds, José Rizal lived in a cheap boarding house with José Alejandro as his roommate. They lived frugally in Ghent for 3 months from July to September. Another reason was to economize further on their living expenses. They prepared their own breakfast.
Hello everyone, I am Untitled Chapter and I will be discussing about the printing. So in the previous topic, it was obvious that Rizal was having a financial crisis. So Rizal searched for a printing shop that could give him a lower quotations for the publications of his book. And at last he did. The publisher F. Meyer Van Loop Press No. 66 Van Drain Street was willing to print his book on installment basis. So Rizal pawned his jewels to pay the upfront installments and early halfway costs during the printing of his book. But unfortunately, Rizal became desperate in light of the fact that his assets were coming up short. So he got some cash from one of his friends, Jose Mabasa and Rodriguez Arias, from the copies of Morga's Successos sold in Manila. However, these funds were also used up. So in July 1891, Rizal composed a letter to Basa saying that if there's no cash, he will have to stop its publication. So in August 6, the printing had to be suspended as Rizal dreaded because the particular reason for the circumstance is the fact that he could no longer give the fundamental needs of the printer. So that's all, and the next topic will be discussed by Miss Arian Gensisana.
September 18, 1891. El Filibusterismo comes of the press. Valentin Ventura heard Rizal's predicament. He immediately sent amount of money needed to finish the publication of the novel. Rizal immediately sent 2 copies to Hong Kong, one for Basa and the other to Sixto Lopez. He gratefully gave the original manuscript of El Fili and a printed copy with his autograph to Valentin Ventura. Filipino patriots praised the novel. The members of the colony of Barcelona published a tribute in La Publicidad, a Barcelona newspaper eulogizing the novel's original style, which is comparable only to sublime Alexander Dumas. A model and a precious jewel in now decadent literature of the Spain. October 1891. The liberal Madrid newspaper El Nuevo Regimen serialized the novel in its issues. All copies of first edition of El Fili were placed in the wooden boxes and shipped to the Hong Kong. But almost all the boxes were confiscated and all the books were lost. The book immediately became rare, and a few available gin copies were sold at very high prices, reaching as high as 400 pesetas per copy.
This masterpiece of Rizal de El Filibusterismo was written in dedication to the Gumburza. The execution of Gumburza awakened strong feelings of anger and resentment among Filipino people, especially Rizal. Their deaths leads to the rise of the book, which will open our minds, hearts that the colonization would be at end, and spark the beginning of propaganda.
Hello everyone, I am Abigail Jane Shocon and I will be talking about the manuscript and the characters of El Filibusterismo. So first of all, what is El Filibusterismo? El Filibusterismo is a novel that conveys the message that the system of government in the Philippines, governed by corrupt officials and dominated by the friars, can lead to the downfall of the Spaniards. Rizal dedicated El Filibusterismo to Gumburza. So this is the Gumburza. So Gumburza is the three martyred priests named Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, whose deaths left an indelible mark in his mind, and because they are the ones who inspired Rizal to do everything in the first place. So, aside from this, it aims at enlightening the society at bringing the Filipinos closer to the truth. So, talking about the manuscript, the original manuscript of El Filibusterismo in Rizal's own handwriting is now preserved in the Filipiniana Division of the Bureau of Public Libraries, Manila. It had been acquired by the Philippine government from Valentin Ventura for 10,000 pesos. The manuscript consists of 279 pages of long sheets of paper. So, this is Valentin Ventura. So, Don Valentin Ventura financed the publication of Rizal's El Filibusterismo, wherein their friendship gave him an opportunity to listen to Rizal's ideas, which he greatly admired. And also, the title page of El Filibusterismo contains an inscription written by Ferdinand Blumentritt. So, this is Ferdinand Blumentritt. So, Rizal named the work El Filibusterismo, a term whose meaning has changed again and again, but the title page of El Filibusterismo contains an inscription written by Ferdinand Blumentritt, wherein Blumentritt defined it in a journal entitled Our Time to the Modern Spaniards, and with this, Filibusterismo means the idea of the breaking away of the colony from the mother country, and the filibusteros are accordingly to those who aspire for the realization of this idea. For our next topic, I will be mentioning 10 characters that is in the El Filibusterismo with a short description about them. Our first character is Simon. So Simon is the main protagonist of the story. He is also a rich jeweler. And for the side note, Simon is the Crisostomo Ibarra in disguise, wherein he is left dead at the end of the Noli Me Tangere. Our second character is Doña Victorina. She is a pro-Spanish woman, but she is a Filipino by birth. Doña Victorina abandoned her true identity to give a higher place in life. Our second character is Doña Victorina. She is a pro-Spanish woman, but she is a Filipino by birth. Doña Victorina abandoned her true identity to get to a higher place in life. Our third character is Tiburcio de Espadana. He is the husband of Doña Victorina and he makes living as a quack doctor. Our fourth character is Paulita Gomez. Paulita Gomez is the beautiful niece of Don Tiburcio. She is the sweetheart of Isagani, but following Isagani's imprisonment, Paulita broke the relationship off and married Juanito instead. So Paulita Gomez here is a woman who chooses the best option for a more stable future. Character is Ben Zaib. Ben Zaib is a Spanish journalist who writes silly articles about Filipinos. Our sixth character is Padre Sibayla. Padre Sibayla is the vice rector of UST, and Padre Sibayla is extremely religious and conservative. Our seventh character is Padre Kamara. Padre Kamara is a Spanish priest of Tiani. He is also easily angered and tends to become aggressive very quickly. Our eighth character is Don Custodio. Don Custodio is a pro-Spanish Filipino holding a high position in the government. He has a good reputation and described as belonging to the class of Manila that is well respected by all. Our ninth character is Padre Salvi. Padre Salvi is a Franciscan friar, a former cura of San Diego. He is described as looking old, extremely thin and emaciated. So for our last and our 10th character is Padre Irene. Padre Irene is a kind friar who was a friend to a Filipino students, described as Capitan Tiago's advisor and great friend. So he frequently visits Capitan Tiago's house and urges Basilio to keep him alive. That would be all. Thank you for listening. Once again, I am Abigail Jane Shakon.